Are you wondering how to bring that new baby home into your toddler's life? Are you concerned about jealousy and adjusting and that child not being really happy to not be the center of the universe anymore? Well, if you are, if that's your situation, if you have a newborn and you have a toddler at home, this video is for you. I'm Nana G, and I am a registered nurse for more than 40 years, a lactation consultant for over 5, and I've been living a long, long time and seen many generations of people who I saw being born, and now I see them parenting their children. So when I speak to you, I speak not only from an academic perspective, but from the perspective of somebody who's watched many nieces, nephews, and friends raise their children, and those children go on to raise children. So I've got an intergenerational perspective along with an academic understanding. All that comes to say that when you have a new baby and a toddler is at home, it's good for you to kind of consider and be aware of where that toddler is in their developmental stages. And one of the theorists that I really like to follow, and I'm looking at things, is Eric Erikson. Eric Erikson is known for the 8 stages of human development. He outlines them, which means all of us, no matter where we are also somewhere on that continuum of the 8 stages. And particularly the early ones are very important because a person is developing their personalities and how they deal with crisis and how they become resilient or they don't, and whether they become trusting and whether they feel competent. So we have 2 children. In my other video, I talk about the infancy to 1 year to maybe 18 months, depending on which book you look at, which is Erikson's first stage of development. And in that stage, the child is developing trust versus mistrust. If you haven't looked at that, then make sure that you do to help the new baby get off to the best start. This video is dealing with a child who is now the older sibling, who used to be the center of the universe and is going to have to share it with this new kid in town. And that child is now going through the autonomy versus self-doubt and shame. So you have in that stage when children are in that toddler stage, they're learning how to do things that are separate, like they're learning how to potty train and go to the bathroom by themselves. They're learning how to wash their own hands and they're feeding themselves. So they're trying to become more independent and autonomous from their parents. It's very important to allow your children to do things for themselves and to commend them on doing them well. Instead of saying, your hands are still dirty, let me wash them for you, their hands may still be a little dirty, but praise them on doing a pretty good job and let them do it again if it's necessary. You want to encourage them to put on their own clothes and get that sense that they are becoming big girls and big boys. And now they're going to have the exciting role of being a big sister or big brother, but they're still a little bit, not ready to share their kingdom maybe. And one particular story comes to mind with my own nephew, who once the baby was there for a while, like 2 or 3 weeks, said to his mom, okay, we can send him back now. That's enough of this. That was Michael and Charlie, and I remember that so distinctly. So in this stage, what I tell moms and dads when they're going to take their babies home, and I'm counseling them in the hospital, is to make sure that everyone who comes to your home to visit the new baby and to visit your family that's been there before or is coming for the first time, that they first stop at the toddler. Of course, unless they're taking a nap or something. But if they're awake, don't let them go to the baby first. Let them go to the toddler and hustle and play with the toddler and kiss him and hug her and give him a lot of love. And then after the toddler's gotten a lot of affection and attention, say to them, I heard there's a new baby here. Is that true? And they'll say yes. And what is the baby's name? Do you know the baby's name? And they'll tell them the baby's name. And then, where is the baby? Can you take me to the baby? This is really important because what this does is the toddler becomes the important gatekeeper for people who are coming to see the baby after they've seen them. It doesn't make the toddler feel ignored, it makes the toddler feel important and improves their sense of autonomy in this time when they're trying to learn things. So you want to let all of your friends and family know that this is the strategy that you are putting in place to help your child not only just bond with the baby, but feel like the protector of the baby. This is my baby sister. This is my baby brother. I know their name. I know where they are. I bring the diapers. I do this. And in doing those things and allowing the baby to be cared for and introduced by your toddler, the toddler will develop that sense of ownership and investment in the baby and will not be so envious of the attention that the baby is getting because people first have come and given attention to them. The second aspect of this is to make sure that you each are still having quality time with the toddler alone. So there should be family time when you're all together, but make sure that each of you is taking time to spend time with the toddler so that they feel reassured and not abandoned, so that they can feel and hear from you about the good job that they're doing being the big brother or the big sister, but also that they still are special. This is a very important time and there will be some crisis that happens, but we are trying to build resilient, strong children. It's so much easier to build a healthy child than it is to fix a broken adult. That's what my aim is, to give you some based on science techniques that I know from experience will help you in your journey to having healthier, happy children and being really good at this parenting thing. Again, my name is Nana G. I thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you'll share it with others so that we can build strong, healthy families in our community. And watch the other videos that highlight other skills and other stages of development, particularly if you haven't watched the first stage where children are doing trust versus mistrust. Do it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.